Hello everyone, welcome back to Damon Does a Thing with more of the Pokemon Nuzlocke. Yes, I've been a bit remiss. Um, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Okay, no, I remember now. I remember what happened. The game crashed. Oh, shit, I was supposed to go back and redo stuff. Oh, no. Oops. Fuck. Well, whatever. Oh, guessing an opportunity to talk about some stuff. So, yesterday, I decided to, or last night specifically, I decided that I was talking about some stuff with my dad about various music. Specifically, I was talking. It started off because I was telling about, was it Kubo the Two String? Because I mean, it looks kind of interesting, but honestly, the biggest thing that threw me when I saw the trailer was the fact that it had a cover of "As My Guitar Weeps," which, from everything I've ever heard, what is it? Beatles music is notoriously copyright bullshit entangled, and you just don't mess with it. So the fact that there was a cover of something in there was insane. And I was like, oh well, some of this is was released directly to public domain. I was like, oh okay, well, so I was like, all right, well let's test that. So when I got home, I went and all I did was I made a 1 minute video with the audio of what was it? Um, what's it called? Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and a picture of Rao punching somebody because I had that picture in my picture library, and it's like whatever. And so I was never gonna post this. I literally labeled it a test of YouTube's copyright bullshit and uploaded it. It took a little bit, and immediately it was blocked. So I was like, wait a minute. There's a problem with this. There's a huge problem with this because I did my research. And check out this little picture. And you say, oh, I can't tell what the hell. That's like, why? What is that? Oh, this is the back of the original album for Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the album that Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is from. Now let's just zoom in over here and what's this? What's this? Copyright release to the world? Yeah, so when this album came out, it was actually immediately put into public domain, which was a big deal. I mean, nobody does that. So this claim is really fucked up. In fact, I kind of wish I wish I hadn't even bothered to. I wish I had actually just taken this picture of the back of the album and zoomed in on the album where it shows, where it says that the copyright is released to the world, that it is, it was released to public domain. I wish I had just put that as the picture because it would have just been so perfect for the like a quintessential image of how fucked up the copyright is. Because I don't even remember who it was that claimed that they owned it. It's like UMG MT or something. I don't even remember, but it's like some universal thing. It's who I assume probably do own copyright to quite a few songs that are from the Beatles, but not that one. I know that my dad is sure that there's at least one more album out there that was released to public domain like that, and it's just so stupid that they blatantly. I don't know what it is, if it's YouTube's system or if it was the copyright holder themselves who decided that, oh, we're just going to put the all Beatles songs are ours. And again, I've mentioned this before, how stupid it is that they do this, because it's not only that they claim ownership, but then they'll just block it. It's like, no one is allowed to enjoy this ever. Not even if we're taking the profits for this is anyone ever allowed to enjoy this. No, fuck you. And they're even I can't remember his name, but Paul from the Beatles. I've saw some stuff where apparently he's actually suing that company because he's like, fucking stop it. Like, what you're doing is bullshit. I mean, we as a band wanted this music to be available for everyone to use, and we specifically released it as such. That's why we did that whole copyright release to the world thing, which was a big deal, and I don't know. I've never even heard of anyone doing that before. Like, so especially someone as big as the Beatles doing that, and and then these fucking companies just basically shit all over the wishes um, of the artists. I don't know. I YouTube is bullshit. You hear me, YouTube? No, you don't fucking care. I can say whatever I want on YouTube. Why? Because they don't give a shit. I have what, 24 subscribers, and they think they care? They give a single shit? No. The only time they quote unquote pay attention to me is when something in their automated systems catches a song or something that I didn't even put in half the time. And then it says, "Oh, well, this belongs to this person." I don't know. It's annoying, and I don't know enough about it, and it's really confusing to look up, and it's all very, very. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like there are certain clauses, but it's also like it's all very confusing, and I've heard bigger and more eloquent people put it in more concise ways than I am capable of where essentially, people who study copyright law have to go to all this. There's so much stuff you have to study if you want to learn copyright law, but copyright law is also the easiest law to break, just accidentally. And that's really dumb. It's really, really dumb. Because, I mean, I don't know. The thing about copyright law to me that bugs me the most is how it basically discourages people from creating things. Because not everybody can write music and stuff, but different people have different interpretations of how it can be used, and putting a song or something in a different situation and with different editing can have a very different effect. And I think it's interesting to see what people can do with that. But copyright essentially completely tells you to fuck off, saying no, that's not allowed. We don't want you to be creative with this stuff. We just want to own it and have all the money. I mean, this is a stupid. I say stupid because I'm basically yelling into a void, and I'm not even all that mad. I mean, as I said, I never had any intention of actually posting the video. I was just really curious to see if it would, how broken it would be, and if it would trigger it, despite knowing that it was public domain since its release. But I don't know if I'm just more annoyed or disappointed in people as a whole. Like, in humanity. I should probably go heal Lucario, or Shenwu, or at least stop fighting with him. I'm just beating up a bunch of chefs. There's Boy RD. I'll beat him up next. Or are they chiefs? I'm too lazy to read their names. I don't care. They're a bunch of fucking rocket Pokemon trainers, and they all have dumbass birds. And I'm just shooting Hadoukens at them. Shoot Dukens. I don't know. But on a more related note, I do apologize for the sort of lapse in my normal content of how I was doing. What do you call it? I mean, I've still been getting 2 videos a day, but um, what's the word I'm looking for? ORPG, and then uh, this. My brain is full of gas. I just, I just didn't feel like playing either of these. I mean, I actually enjoy Pokemon quite a bit versus ORPG, which is readily becoming more and more stupid and annoying. Those fucking pipes. I expected to go up that one level and just be like, well, okay, well, here's the thing here. Like I was like, okay, well, the puzzle is that I have to put the right ingredient in the right place. Okay, cool, I can do that. No, the puzzles you have to do that, but you also have to keep track of where these fucking pipes are going on this insane map. Whatever. I think I've only got a couple more chapters left to do with that game, so I'll do that and I'll be done with it. I'll be done. There may be a true ending that you can do with some stuff, but I'm not sure I care enough. Or maybe it'll be something I'll just leave for a while and come back to. I've actually been considering going back and maybe finishing Hell Yeah. I don't know. I know I was also supposed to start doing a full playthrough of Blade Kitten, and I just forgot. I'm sorry. Okay, let's grab this. It is a full heal. Was that a full heal before? Did I even get that before? I don't remember. And I'm gonna go back. No, you know, I'm gonna switch. Yeah, I need to heal anyway. I am. Nope, nope, nope. Pressing all the wrong buttons. What else was there? Oh yeah, I've decided that Dragon Ball Fusions has made me hate Jocko. I have always had mixed feelings about him because I initially saw Jocko and I said, "Oh, he looks dumb. I don't care." And then I saw him more in the Xenoverse games and I said, "He's annoying." And then I saw him in, and then I finally actually watched Resurrection F, and I was like, "Oh, he's actually kind of competent in an interesting way." And then I saw him in Super, and he does nothing ever. The only time I've ever seen him attempt anything, he fucks it up, and most of the time he just is lazing about and being shit while claiming to be a super elite. And then fusions. Alright, so what did fusions do to make me hate him? Well, it turns out he's the Mr. fucking Rossetti of goddamn Dragon Ball Fusions. So if you go into your Dragon Ball Fusions game and you play Dragon Ball Fusions and then you go and mess with the clock or the date, Jocko pops up and tells you you're a bitch and that he's going to punish you for the next 3 days. I'm like, fuck you. This game already has way too much grinding. I mean, I love this game, but I have beaten it. All I'm doing is collecting stuff because I find it, because I'm doing stuff. And I don't feel like waiting 3 fucking days to use the Dragon Balls again. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, fuck you. Because, what is it? There was some free DLC / an update that came out, and it had Zama's the Future Trunks Super arc characters. Specifically, it had Zama's Goku Black, fused Zama's, and Future Trunks from Super. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But you can't fuse most of them unless you have this one achievement that I never heard about before. And apparently it requires you to use the Dragon Balls a bunch of times. And I'm like, oh, that's such a pain in the ass. Collecting the Dragon Balls is no fun. I don't want to do that. Alright, fine, I'll do that. And then I read, oh, well, there's a 3-day cooldown on it. So I said, fuck this, I'm changing my game timer. And like I said, I changed it. And immediately I start up my game, and Jocko's like, well, I'm going to punish you. I'm like, guess what? I'm going to turn off the game before you save, you piece of shit. So I then force shut down my game so that it didn't actually save the fact and went back and changed the date back, and then it stopped complaining at me. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what, Jocko? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck your stupid rules and that's. I mean, I already think the whole like everybody. Oh no, it's such a huge crime to fuck with time and space, and yet the gods and everything in the game are just. They're the most useless sacks of shit ever. They do nothing, and the only time they show up is to punish people when they fuck up. It's like that's such a shitty thing. That's so shitty. Like, so you're not gonna do anything unless you're gonna punish people for. And it's not like you go around making rules and stuff. Because I mean, like hell, like an established religion, in real life, fucking God came down and said, "Here are the 10 Commandments. Here's what you're not supposed to do." You know, so when at least when he punishes people, in biblical stories, it's like, well, fine, he set up the rules and people disobeyed them. Fine, I guess that's one thing. But in Super, they're like, nah, we never show up. Oh, but you broke this rule you weren't supposed to, so we're gonna fucking destroy you and everyone you know and love as punishment. It's like you can't make a law and then not tell anybody about it and then get pissed off when people break the law when they didn't know there was a law to begin with. I mean, and this isn't even like, say you go to a different country and you break a law because you didn't know, because, you could look up the laws. You can't even look up the laws in this case. You have no way of knowing. Because the gods are just fucked. This is like you went to another country and the laws aren't written down. And the only people who know them are like... No, you didn't even go to another country. It's like all of a sudden your country passed a law and nobody just happened to break it, or there was a law that nobody broke because it was really difficult to break and it was really obscure, but apparently it had like a really high consequence, but nobody knew about it. So then, and nobody was ever told about it, and then suddenly somebody breaks it and they're just like, oh well, you're getting executed and your family's getting exiled because fuck you. I don't know. I started to like Super for the Trunks arc, because like, oh cool, we get to see future Trunks again, and then Vegito came back in and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then they retconned Potara Fusion, which was bullshit. And it's just gone back to trying to make me hate it. I mean, there have been some things I liked, but I just continually hate the fact that Goku exists. I've ranted about this before, but I really do hate Goku as a character. I am sick of him. He's just too stupid. He is just way too stupid. I mean, they try and make him childlike and naive, but considering how old he is, it's not funny, it's not entertaining, it's annoying. If he was like a minor character, I wouldn't care, but he's the main protagonist. He's a guy who comes in and saves the day every single fucking time. And I'm sick of him. And there are plenty of characters they could be making better use of. I mean, they have Jocko, who, as I said, has shown that he's actually kind of interesting. Like, as I said, in Resurrection F, when he was fighting a bunch of Frieza's henchmen, I was like, oh, that's actually pretty badass, the way he's doing this. And then they've just made him sit around being this one-note stupid asshole who sits around telling people if they broke laws or not, but then can't do anything because he's a fucking bitch who just is like, well, I don't want to die, and I'm a scared little puss, so I'm going to just sit here and tell you that you're wrong and then completely wuss out when anything actually happens. There's... So they took an interesting idea for a character and essentially made him just an annoying bitch. And they took the main character of Dragon Ball and have made him worse, and yet still keep focusing on him. I don't know. I'm the only thing I'm really excited for in the future of Dragon Ball Super is to see the return of Android 17, which I am super curious about. I really want to see him come back. That just seems that just seems really cool to see Android 17 again and to like hear what he's been up to. I know that he's been a park ranger. I mean, you can even see in the promotional shots that they show of the Universe 8. I don't even remember what universe the main universe is. I don't even give a fuck. But in those pictures, he has an armband around one arm and it says Ranger. He doesn't have his Western jacket. He's wearing some stupid looking sweatshirt, which is dumb. I really wish he was wearing that jacket he was at the end of Dragon Ball, or the end of the Boo series. I don't know. I feel like Super has had some interesting ideas, but for every interesting idea, I feel like they've done something really fucking dumb. Like the fact that Brawl hasn't been born yet is very confusing and annoying. Um, just generally, a lot of the design choices I think are rather lazy or just ugly. Specifically, putting Gohan in a stupid ass, ugly ass fucking track suit. It's just like, ugh. I mean, thankfully that didn't last very long, but it still looked terrible. Oh God, I hope I saved it. I don't know because I'm in the middle of doing this, but I was watching the newest episode, Dragon Ball. No, I did save it. I know I did. I was watching the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super, and there's this one scene where like something happens and Mr. Satan goes super wide-eyed, and also Gohan's in the shot, and all I noticed about that scene was it looked like fucking Mr. Satan's eyes were drawn in a completely like were drawn in really low quality, and so was Gohan's glasses. I was like, what the fuck is up with the quality of this scene? Why is the quality of this scene so or specifically the quality of Gohan's glasses and Mr. Satan's eyes different than everything else? Ugh. Excuse me, I hiccuped. Ugh. I don't know. I wish I was a fish. I don't know. There's just I don't think Dragon Ball Super needed to happen. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. It's had one good arc, and even that was flawed. And I don't think it's really been all that interesting. And honestly, I think it's annoyed. Its existence and what it's been doing has annoyed me more than what I've enjoyed from it. Like I enjoy the fact that they did add a transformation to the Frieza race only because it then gives another race a transformation that can be used in games where you can create your own character. Even though I think they should still allow you to use the other fucking forms, which are actually really neat. I can't save. What does this do? I'm afraid to step on this, but I'm gonna... Oh. Nope. I ain't wasting my time with that shit. Oh, there's Lance. Are you alright? Your Pokemon are hurt and tired. Give me some of my medicine. Boop, boop. He massaged my Krabby. Anyway. Honestly, I just wish... I just want more games from them, honestly. I want more... I want Xenoverse 3, and I want it to be less serious. I want it to be less balanced. I want it to just make... I wish they would just stop taking everything so seriously. Like, I think that if you took Fusions and Xenoverse and melded them together, you would have an amazing game. Like, take the idea of Fusions where, you can... it's just the absolute ridiculousness of it, and, like, the open world kind of feel of the... excuse me, of the world, instead of the shitty hub city that they have for Xenoverse. Even though it did, flying what made it a little bit better, but it was dumb that that was locked off. I'm going to switch to the Goddard free. Well, yeah. Nah. Yeah, Goddard free. I was just thinking in terms of catching things if I really wanted to level it, but yeah. Anyway, and like the idea of just fusing with everyone I thought was really great. What else was really good? All the bios they wrote for the custom created characters were, or for the not right, they weren't really custom characters, but all the NPC type characters in the game were great. I don't know what the hell Fanfi is. Yeah, normal ground. I'll try this. Oh, whatever. It's dead type. Its type is corpse. I know what type you are, you little freak. Like, what? I think it was Tenkaichi 3? I think, where their actual characters actually felt like they had a difference in their strengths. I want that in like a Xenoverse game, so that like when you could like you'd have like legendary Super Saiyan Broly, and you could try and punch him with what's his name, Kui, and it would just like pink off his chest. I won't want all the characters to level up with me. I want each character to have a set strength that just makes more sense and is more interesting. You need a voice of a certain person. The name of the person is Petrol. I have found out they're hiding somewhere in the room. It's also particular to pass archive and pass through the leader's office first. Practically 2 passwords. Hey, you. I run research in metal and gyro needs to be punished. This has just been a day of me ranting and raving. Feel. Just gonna side beam it. Oh, this might hurt. Ice Shard isn't a very strong move, thankfully. Yep. I was gonna say, if that fucking froze me, I was gonna be really pissed. Like, it barely hit. Wait, it outspeeds. Ow. Ow. Does Ice Shard go first? I don't know. Yes, it does. That's the only reason he went before Garter Free. Come on. Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur. Getting killed by Silverwind. It is dead. Juggler Alex can go fuck himself. Okay. Alright, I think I'm actually going to stop this for now. I know we actually didn't get very far in terms of from where we were last time because, well, it had to redo a bunch of stuff. But we are further. And I need to go. I have I'm yawning, and it's annoying. I have what I was trying to say is I do have other things I need to do, unfortunately, so I must leave. But if you enjoyed this, and sorry about that. If you enjoyed this and the other things I do, please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and press that little button next to subscribe so that it gives you alerts. And I will see you next time. Later.